Right, if you have an Etsy shop or a handmade business or any kind of creative business for that matter, then this video is for you. So I thought it might be useful to show you how I plan my year, which I do in chunks, in quarters. So every January, April, July, which is what it is now at the time of filming, and October, I plan the next 3 months in advance because I find that planning a whole year all at once is just too overwhelming. So yes, 3-month chunks are about as much as I can take, and I have made myself a quarterly planner chart that I get printed off on a big sheet of A2 and I stick it up on my wall and I use it to plan my quarter. So right now we're in quarter 3. And I'm a little bit late planning this quarter because I wanted to make this video and I didn't want to write all over my planner before I filmed it. So I did this for you. Literally, I did this for you. So, you know, no pressure. Just watch it all the way to the end. Right then, I thought we would start with my quarterly planner for the last quarter. So this was from March to... So I thought there was something interesting in there. There isn't. It was from April, May and June. So, ta-da, that was my planner. The reason why I still got it is because I tend to keep them for my daughter so that she can paint on the back. Or they then get recycled. But I'll show you. I'll give you a closer look now. Come see. So I've just realised that I filmed all of that without my mic on, which is smart move. Ever the professional. Right, let's spin you around. No, that's a photograph. Okay, so here is my quarterly planner. So you can see that I set myself 3 goals for the 3 months, and if I zoom out, you've got a line of boxes for each month, and each one is for a week. You get to put the dates at the top, like I have there, and you have a box each week for each corresponding goal. Right then, so my goal in the last quarter was to reopen the shop, which I have done. Go me. Have fun with YouTube channel. Update the course. That one I didn't even attempt. I actually abandoned it. I abandoned it in May. Okay, so I was doing a bit more work on it than I thought. I thought I abandoned it way early. But yes, I soon realised that most of my time was going on YouTube and trying to get the shop reopened, which was a much bigger priority for me, so I stuck with that. And it's quite straightforward. I literally just each week decide what are the most important things that I need to get done in order to keep the needle moving forward. By June, I was going a bit doolally and it was just bags, finish the bags. And I really want to show you this because it just made me giggle when I saw it again. So again, for my goal 1, reopen the shop, I've got remember to eat. And then these 2 had fallen by the wayside by this point, and I just had, oh God, which will tell you where my head was at that time. I've just realised this is a different design to the one that I have in my shop. The one that I'm going to show you now, which is the one that I'm going to be using for the next quarter, I've made more in line with my brand. So it's got the beech tree leaves in the corner and it's sort of colour coordinated with that, whereas this is a bit more blue. But I don't know which one is better, whether or not I should have this as an option in the shop as well. Maybe you can help me. If I show you them both next to each other, and then you can tell me in the comments which ones you personally prefer, and I can go from there. But let me show you the new one, because I'm excited about that too. Right, and for this, weirdly, I have to take you into my bedroom. My bedroom walls are green. I like the colour, don't judge. So I wanted to take photographs of this against the green wall, so that's why this is up here. But there you go. That is this quarter's quarterly planner. And unlike the last one, it's more green. Because like I said, I like green. Okay, I'm going to take this down. I'm going to take it into the office. And I'm going to start planning. Right, so Which one? Which one do you reckon is the bestest? Bluish or greenish? I think you know my answer after having seen the colour that I painted my bedroom, but yeah, I'd just be curious to know what you think. So I guess the first thing that I need to do is to write out my goals. Oh, dates. I need to put the dates in. Oh, boring. Right, okay. Right. Haha. So the dates are in. That's good. Now I need to put in my goals. I can't remember what they were. So I couldn't find my list of goals for the quarter, so I'm just going to have to try and remember them. I know that the first one was a biggie, and I'm going to let you in behind the curtain a little bit here. I want to build up this YouTube channel so that it pays my mortgage. It's pretty close so far, which blows my tiny mind. But here we go, behind the curtain. Last year, I have mentioned that the business tanked thanks to the pandemic, shutting the shop and all the rest of it. And as a result, trying to keep our heads above water, Dan and I got out some debt. I'm not alone there, and I don't feel shame because I think a lot of people also had to, just to keep things ticking over. And YouTube came at the most perfect time. I couldn't have planned it. That's a story for another video altogether, but it has basically kept us afloat. The fact that I can still build it so that it's even more of something really excites me, and I love the fact that perhaps I can make it something so that I can make my business so that it's even pandemic proof. Not that I'm planning on doing all of this again, but again, there's one thing the last year or so has taught us, is that we don't have much control over this. So providing the internet doesn't go anywhere, I should be okay. So that's my first one. I would like, by the end of September? Yes, by the end of September, to have this channel paying my mortgage. That would be amazing. The second one, unsurprisingly, is to plan and prepare the next collection for my Etsy shop, which I'm not sure when it will be launched yet. I'm reluctant to put a date on it because that's when things tend to go a little bit pear-shaped for me. So instead, I'm just focusing on October-ish time, maybe. And the third one has rolled over from the last quarter, and it's going to be to update the Etsy course. So yes, if anybody's watching, I do have an Etsy course, which I'm not going to link to below because it needs updating. But if you are watching and you have taken it, fear not, because as you are a student, you will be sent an email with all of the updates for nothing because you are a student or have been in the past. So the only people who won't get it are people who took the course and then got a refund because they are no longer students. I mean, there is some solid content in there that is pretty evergreen, but obviously Etsy is Etsy, and it has been Etsying hard lately, so there are things that are out of date now. If you're doing them, it's not going to hurt your shop, so don't worry, there's nothing detrimental in there. But just Etsy likes to tweak things, and it means I have to go in there periodically and tweak it accordingly, and that's what I shall be doing. So what I'm going to show you now is how I plan the quarter. So I'll be planning this month, although we are kind of halfway. Literally we are here. So there's like 3 boxes there that I can just like, because they're gone. So I'm going to plan these 2 weeks. And then what I'll do is I like to reverse engineer. So I'll be getting my post-it notes, and then I'll be post-it noting my way back. These weeks have gone. Nice and easy. This week. So first box corresponds with goal 1, which is build up my YouTube channel to pay the mortgage. What task can I do this week that will move the needle forward on that? Well, I think it's going to be making a long list, well, I hope it's going to be long, of ways that I can make money from this channel. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to eliminate some of them because not all of them will align with what I do and what I'm comfortable doing. So it'll be interesting, but that's going to be the first thing. I need to know how I can make money from this channel in the first place. Right, and in case you can't read my writing, I have to make a list of ways to monetize this channel and then choose the ones that don't suck. Okay, on to goal 2. Plan and prep autumn winter collection for the shop. Oh, I've been looking forward to this one. So this is where I get to make a big long list of all the things that I want to make, and then I go on to eRank to check if people are even interested in those things, because there is no point in me spending all of my time making stuff if no one cares. And then at some point putting a cap on that, and then literally just deleting ideas until I'm hopefully left with a manageable amount. And if I underline manageable and put it all in capitals, then I'll definitely stick to it, right? Yeah, we'll see. Okay, and the last one, update the Etsy course. This is where I've got to be careful, because I need to make sure I don't stick in so much into my week that I overwhelm myself, bearing in mind that I've got other things going on, like this YouTube video, like my taxes, which I still haven't done. So that needs to be done this week. So probably I won't do anything with the course this week. Moving on to next week, YouTube. This may seem like a bit of a cop-out, draw up a plan for the rest of the quarter, for the rest of this. But the truth is, until I've done this, I don't know how I'm going to go about it. So I don't know what to put here at the moment, and I won't until I do this. So that will be my task for next week. Etsy. I'm going to keep it quite easy and just sketch up some designs. And then lastly, update the Etsy course. Well, it's going to be boring, but I need to watch the whole course through, and I need to make a list of what needs updating and what I can add as extra material to each lecture. And that is how I do the month. So just if I bring this up a bit closer so that you can actually see, what I've done is roughly put a post-it note over the box and separated it. And then I can just roughly write what I want to do with each week. And then when the month comes around and I can properly plan, I can drill down into what I need to do in more detail. My boxes for my YouTube goal and my shop goal are blank. Bring you back up. The reason being, I don't know what I need to do with them yet, and I won't until I've done the work that I've set out for myself over the next 2 weeks. So that part of planning is going to have to wait a little while, but I've been able to roughly plan updating the Etsy course. This time I think I've taken everything into account, so it's fairly accurate. But now it's done. So it will go on my wall where I can see it every day, and it will keep me laser focused or something. And if nothing else, it will just sit there looking pretty. It's right above my desk. So regardless of what I'm doing, I've only got to glance up and I can see at any given time if I'm on track. And that is why it works for me, and this is how I plan my time. If anybody wants to get their own copy of that, it's in my shop as a PDF download. There will be no physical items sent to you, just be aware of that. It's been a bit of a lengthy video, so if you've made it this far, then massive thumbs up to you, thank you, and I will see you again next week. Bye bye.